My students at West Point right now are in the middle of a problem-solving lab where they're getting a chance to do confidence intervals. And so the fun that I get to have with you all at a cyber conference is in lieu of confidence intervals. So if any of you have worked with probability and statistics lately, you probably know that's not the most exciting of all topics. But it is fun to be in the classroom with our cadets at West Point. And I'd like to say good morning and welcome to this inaugural conference, this cyber conference on cyber conflict, CyCon US. It's great to see so many of you here and to thank you for taking time to be a part of this event. The superintendent really wanted to be here to give these opening remarks, but due to some airplane issues, he was grounded at West Point. One of the benefits of being a lieutenant general is that you get helicopters to fly around. One of the disadvantages of having helicopters to fly around is that they do, in fact, get grounded sometimes. So we miss him, but he wanted to send you his regards. So the CyCon US conference is an offshoot of CyCon, an annual conference that's run in Estonia by the NATO Cooperative Cyber Defense Center of Excellence, and they've been running that conference since 2009. This conference is the result of a multi-year collaboration between the NATO CCD Center of Excellence and the Army Cyber Institute at West Point, which the Army Cyber Institute at West Point is a center for research and outreach designed to address the cyber issues of national importance, bridging the communications gap among national and international communities. So I'd like to thank the NATO CCD Director, Center of Excellence, especially Mr. Sven Sarkov, for his support of this event and for your entire team. So thank you very much. And we'd also like to acknowledge IEEE's Computing Society, who is our technical co-sponsor for this event, CyCon 2016. And I'd like to thank the great lineup of speakers and panelists that we have this weekend. Thank you all for making the time out of your busy schedules to be a part of this important conference. In his introduction to the Department of Defense Cyber Strategy released in April of 2015, Secretary of Defense Ash Carter stated the following: "The United States is committed to open, secure, interoperable, and reliable Internet that enables prosperity, public safety, and the free flow of commerce and ideas. These qualities of the Internet reflect core American values of freedom of expression, privacy, creativity, opportunity, and innovation. But we are vulnerable in this wired world. Today, our reliance on the confidentiality, availability, and integrity of data stands in stark contrast to the inadequacy of our cybersecurity. Malicious actors use cyberspace to steal data and intellectual property for their own economic and political goals. An actor in one region of the globe can use cyber capabilities to strike directly at a network thousands of miles away, destroying data, disrupting businesses, and shutting off of critical systems. Over the past few years, the news headlines have included numerous examples of cyber hacking and data breaches that have affected the personal, financial, and health records of tens of millions of people. Just a few examples of these cyber attacks include the health insurance providers like Premera Blue Cross, Anthem Health, retail establishments like Target, Staples, and Home Depot, banking and financial institutes like JP Morgan Chase, where a cyber hack compromised the account information of 83 million households and small businesses, and government institutions like the Internal Revenue Service and more recently the massive breach of the Office of Personnel Management, which compromised the personal records of more than 21 million government employees and their neighbors. Over the years, the cyber attacks and data breaches have become more sophisticated, putting our information at even greater risk from various global actors. These cyber attacks have been aimed at our infrastructure, as is the case of the group of Iranian hackers accessing control of a dam in the suburbs of New York in 2013. And now these attacks are aimed at our political process. During the 2008 presidential campaign, intelligence agencies tracked massive cyber attacks to China that were aimed at presidential candidates Barack Obama and John McCain. These hackers were attempting to seize sensitive data, include private emails and information on high-level economic and national security briefings. And in just the last few months of this year's campaign, the Democratic National Committee was a victim of a major cyber intrusion where hackers accessed tens of thousands of emails and released many of them publicly through WikiLeaks. A few weeks ago, the Department of Homeland Security officially revealed that voter registration systems for more than 20 states were hacked. The integrity of our democratic process is under attack by malicious actors in the cyber domain. This has numerous ramifications, but it is the responsibility of cybersecurity professionals to protect these processes. One of the strategic goals of the Department of Defense cyber strategy is to build and maintain robust international alliances and partnerships to deter shared threats and increase international security and stability. And that's one of the primary goals of this conference. CyCon US brings together attendees from more than 14 nations, many of whom are our trusted NATO allies, to further the development of impactful partnerships with government, academia, and industry, as well as the sharing of intellectual capital in the cyber domain. As we know from past experience, multinational cooperation is key to mission in the 21st century. And conferences such as this are a crucial step in determining how to cooperate and subsequently operate in the national, international cyber domain. Over the next 3 days, I challenge you to consider the questions that have been posed and to explore how we can work together to build capacity to combat these threats. Because, you know, these threats are not really hypothetical. They're threats that we could face now, will face now, and they'll probably stay with us for the next 20, 30 years. The threats are real, and they're taking place. We don't have the luxury of time to find suitable cyber defense to these attacks that now threaten the very foundation of our democracy. And it's a matter of time before the next attack comes. It's not really an if, but a question of when and how. And as we consider the fact that these states and non-state actors are significantly improving their cyber capability, the next question I'd pose is, what will the next cyber attack look like? So I hope that over the course of this conference, we'll generate some great dialogue. You'll walk away convinced that cybersecurity is a team sport. It's going to take all of us working together to tackle our most significant challenges, and not just here in the United States, not just here with the United States and NATO, but on the global stage as well. So I appreciate all of you being here to take care of these very important issues, and I'd like to ask Carly Garg from the Association of Graduates to come to the podium for a second.